Just don't go in front of him right there. Alright, I'm going to fill out the tag now. When you shoot a deer, you have to fill out the tag immediately upon finding the animal. You don't have to tag it at that point because you're going to drag it through the woods, so they wouldn't want to get ripped off. So you're allowed to tag it actually physically on the animal at the point of transport, which would be when I get it to my truck. So right now I'm going to fill out the tag, and I'm going to use an either sex tag. So it would be good for a buck or a doe. 3rd, 2010, County, Suffolk, Town, East Hampton. Sex, male. Antlers. On the left side we have 1, 2, 3. That's it, 3. Left side is 3. Right side is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll give that 3 too. Some people say that if you can hang a ring on it, it's a point, but you don't count that. 1C. The month and then the dates. So you take your knife and you niche out the month and the date. That way it's all documented, so they can't say it got smudged, or that if you were to get the DEC, it's all to safeguard that you're illegal. You can't do things, you know, oh, the ink smudge, it said the right date. Well, we know it's the right date. Alright, now we're going to field dress the deer, and I'll go over it as we go. First I put the rubber gloves on, and then we'll get into it. Yeah, people might not like this part because you have to cut the anus out of the deer, the whole colon part, pull it out and tie it off. So it's the least desirable job of the whole thing. They actually have a tool that called the butt out tool that I have, but I can't seem to locate it. It's only the 3rd day of hunting season. So we'll be alright though. You cut out the anus and tie it off because it's filled with feces. So you don't want that dragging through the body cavity when you actually gut the deer itself, which we'll do next. So you get that all loose and free and tie it off. That way the feces stays inside the colon and not in your cavity of your animal, because they could tarnish the meat, or I don't know if that's the right term. But anyway, we'll get it. Got the anus, the colon out. I'm going to tie it off. You could use zip ties, anything. Normally I would use a zip tie, but I don't know if I brought one or not. So we'll just tie it off. Alright, so right now we're going to field dress the cavity, which will be taking out all the internal organs of the deer. And we start that like this. First we cut a hole in the skin so we can get in there. You don't want to cut into the actual cavity, or you might pierce their intestines or their stomach, and you're not looking to do that. So this is just their skin, their hide I'm taking back now. We're not actually in the cavity yet. Alright, now we're going to go in. That's going to be right here. So we're just going to take a little nick till you hear it. You'll hear it break. I got it now. Well, normally you hear it. And you like to hold your finger on, I do, on the tip of the knife so you don't dig in any further and puncture something that you really don't want to get inside the cavity. It all wants to come out pretty easy. The deer bled out outside the body because they were good shots. So otherwise, well, not that it was a good shot, but it wasn't an internal bleed. Otherwise, this would be filled with blood, which is fine too, but it's less messy this way. Go in the back. Yeah. You gotta go inside, right behind these organs. It's attached up high into the back. Where exactly, I don't know. It's attached to like the back of the spine kind of thing. That's what's holding the rest of it in. And there's our rope that we tied off. That's the liver, stomach, intestines. Now you have to go up front to get the throat, the heart, and the lungs. To do that, you got to cut the trachea. That's the trachea. These are the lungs, and this is the heart of the deer right here. A lot of people eat the heart. I don't eat the heart. But Yeah, a lot of people say it's very good. And that's it. That's all there is to it. A little bit messy, but not too bad, as you notice.